Millions of men have felt it. Maybe you're one of them. That annoying, frequent trip to the bathroom, or a change in your body you just decide to ignore. Most of us just chalk it up to getting older, working too hard, or, just being a guy. But what if those aren't just minor annoyances? What if they're your body's emergency alarm for a problem that could be life-threatening? These are the signals that get ignored until it's too late. But ignoring them doesn't make them go away. It just gives the real problem room to grow in silence. In this video, we're going to break down the 6 critical symptoms men are taught to overlook, and we'll crown the one silent killer that gets ignored most often. There's a dangerous idea a lot of men live by, that pushing through pain is a sign of strength. We're taught to be tough, not to complain, and to put everything, our work, our family, our responsibilities, before our own health. This mindset has real, measurable consequences. Depending on the country, men die, on average, about 4 to 6 years earlier than women. We also face a higher risk of dying from many major conditions like heart disease and certain cancers. Why? Because we ignore the warning signs. Today, we're breaking that silence. We're counting down the top 6 symptoms that men tend to dismiss, starting with number 6 and building to the number 1 symptom that is quietly putting millions of lives on the line. Let us kick things off with a symptom that might actually seem like a good thing at first. Dropping weight without trying. You haven't changed your diet. You haven't suddenly started living at the gym, yet the numbers on the scale are going down. Losing a significant amount of weight without an explanation, like around 5% of your body weight over a period of 6 to 12 months, isn't a victory. It's a red flag. This is your body telling you that something is off internally. Your metabolism might be working overtime to fight a hidden issue. This can be one of the first signs of an overactive thyroid, an infection, or uncontrolled diabetes. More seriously, it's a common symptom for several cancers, including those of the stomach, pancreas, or lungs, because the disease can hijack your body's metabolism. So if you notice your clothes getting looser for no reason, don't just celebrate. Your body is telling you it's time for a checkup. Next up at number 5 are changes in your bathroom habits, specifically with urination. This is one of the most common issues men face as they get older, and it's almost always brushed aside. Maybe you're waking up multiple times a night to go. Maybe your stream isn't what it used to be, or you have trouble starting or stopping. Or maybe you walk away feeling like your bladder is never really empty. Most guys will say, "Oh, it's just my prostate." And while a benign enlarged prostate is a very common cause, those exact same symptoms can sometimes signal other issues. It's important to know that early-stage prostate cancer, one of the most common cancers in men aside from skin cancer, often has no symptoms at all. That's why paying attention to any shift is so critical. These changes can also be a sign of diabetes, which causes your body to produce more urine to flush out excess sugar, whereas prostate issues are more about blocking the flow. Don't just learn to live with it, get it looked at. Coming in at number 4 is a double whammy that often goes hand in hand: deep, persistent fatigue and changes in your mood. We're not talking about feeling tired after a long week. This is a bone-deep exhaustion that a full night's sleep just doesn't fix. It's that feeling of being totally drained, unmotivated, and maybe a lot more irritable than usual. Men have a tendency to normalize this. We blame stress, long hours, or just being in a funk. But that kind of fatigue can be your body screaming that it's running on empty for a medical reason. It's a classic symptom of many serious conditions: anemia, thyroid problems, diabetes, heart disease, and even cancer. In fact, studies have shown that for older adults, unexplained fatigue can be a significant indicator that prompts doctors to investigate for underlying illness. This exhaustion is often tied to mood changes, but depression in men doesn't always look like sadness. A lot of the time, it shows up as anger, irritability, or pulling away from people and hobbies you used to love. Feeling cranky all the time isn't just a personality trait you have to accept. It could be a sign of a hormonal imbalance, like low testosterone, or a symptom of a physical illness that's draining your body and mind. Taking your mental state seriously is just as important as listening to your physical symptoms. We are halfway through our list, and if any of these are hitting a little too close to home, that just proves how common and overlooked they are. If you're getting something out of this, do us a favor and subscribe and hit the notification bell. And let us know in the comments, have you ever dismissed one of these symptoms only to find out later it was something more? Your story could be the push someone else needs to take action. At number 3, we've got something that a lot of people, especially smokers or ex-smokers, are guilty of ignoring: a cough or hoarseness that just won't quit. A cough from a cold should be gone in a couple of weeks, but a nagging cough that sticks around for more than 3 or 4 weeks, especially if it comes with shortness of breath, wheezing, or coughing up blood, is a warning that shouldn't be ignored. It could be a sign that something is wrong with your respiratory system and is an urgent warning sign for lung disease, including lung cancer. It can also point to heart-related issues. For example, if you find yourself getting winded doing simple things that used to be easy, it might not just be that you're out of shape. It could be your heart struggling to pump blood effectively. Don't just buy another bag of cough drops. Get it checked out. This brings us to number 2, and this is without a doubt one of the most immediately dangerous symptoms a man can ignore: chest pain. We're not always talking about the dramatic clutch-the-chest moment you see in movies. It can feel like pressure, tightness, squeezing, or even a nagging burning sensation you might mistake for really bad heartburn. Some studies on cardiac arrest have found that in the days or weeks leading up to the event, a high percentage of patients experience warning signs like chest pain or shortness of breath, but many didn't seek help. Men are masters at rationalizing it. We tell ourselves it's just a pulled muscle from doing yard work, indigestion, or stress. That denial can be fatal. If you feel any kind of discomfort in your chest, especially if it radiates to your arm, jaw, or back, and comes with sweating or nausea, you do not wait. That is an emergency signal of the highest order. And now for the number 1 symptom most men ignore. It's not the most immediately deadly like chest pain, but it is one of the most consequential silent warnings. It's a symptom millions of men are embarrassed to even think about, let alone talk about, often dismissing it as a personal failure or just a part of getting older. The number 1 most ignored symptom is erectile dysfunction. Why is it the big one? Because it is often the very first sign of a much bigger problem happening throughout your body. Think of it as the check engine light for your heart and blood vessels. The arteries that supply blood to the penis are much smaller than the ones that supply blood to your heart. This means they are often the first to get clogged or show signs of damage from atherosclerosis, the hardening and narrowing of your arteries. In fact, research consistently shows that erectile dysfunction can show up years before a major cardiovascular event, like a heart attack or stroke, often by several years, with some studies suggesting a 2 to 5 year window. Major studies have found that men with ED have a substantially higher risk of experiencing heart attacks, strokes, and other serious cardiovascular problems. Think about it. A man might avoid the doctor for years, ignoring high blood pressure or high cholesterol, but he'll make an appointment for Ed. This makes it an absolutely critical opportunity to catch silent heart disease before it turns into a crisis. ED isn't just a quality of life issue, it's a life or death warning. It shares the same root causes as heart disease: high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, and smoking. So if things aren't working right in the bedroom, it's a powerful sign that something might be going wrong with your heart. It's not something to be ashamed of. It's a piece of data. It's your body giving you a crucial, early warning that you have to take seriously. So there they are, 6 symptoms that demand your attention. From unexplained weight loss and changes in urination, to the silent drain of fatigue, the immediate danger of chest pain, and the ultimate early warning sign of erectile dysfunction. The point of this isn't to make you live in fear. It's to get you to live with awareness. Men have been conditioned to think that ignoring a problem makes them tough. But real strength is having the wisdom to listen to your body and the courage to do something about what it is telling you. These symptoms aren't signs of weakness. They're your body's way of communicating that it needs help. Don't let shame, fear, or stubbornness be the reason a manageable problem becomes a tragedy. If you've been dealing with any of these symptoms for more than a couple of weeks, or if they're impacting your life, please make an appointment with your doctor. Taking control of your health is the most powerful thing you can do for yourself and for the people who love you. Don't just push through it. Take action. Thanks for watching.